Cool, I think I'm live. Just check on my phone. Nice, I think I am live. Perfect. Hey everybody. I'm going to tie a simple bluing olive emerger, and then I'm going to try to jump on a bunch over the next couple of days and do some more complicated stuff, but at least have start off with a simple emerger, bluing olive, which can be any type of mayfly, but we're going to do a bluing olive with some of the materials I have today. I don't have everything I usually do, but let's see here. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna check on Instagram just to see if I can actually change. Oh, I think it's working. Cool. All right. So this is a simple CDC wing bluing olive emerger. I have in the vise, and this is Regal's new hook jaw, which is awesome for emergers, really for anything. You can even bury the point in the hook, in the vise jaws, just so you don't snag it. I don't always do that, but in this case, it even gives a little bit more exposure to the bend, so it makes it even easier to do. This is a size 16, but as you go even smaller, that metal is even more and more precious on smaller as you get smaller and smaller. So it's really a nice advantage to have this style jaw, and it's my new go-to. So in the vise is a Tiemco 2487, which is a down high hook. I also tie these on 2488s, which is the straight eye, the ring eye hook. You don't need your biggest pieces of CDC. I'm using some of the new stuff from Fulling Mill, which is really nice. It reminds me of the Trout Hunter stuff, in a blue dun. And I'm using some uni thread in an olive. And sometimes I'll also use the olive dun color, which I like. It's a little more muted. I'm using some brown olive superfine for the thorax, and I'm just using the thread for the body and a little bit of Zelon for the shuck in this one. And a lot of times on these I tie the wing first, but I'm going to tie the tail on first. On a 16 I don't use a full strand, so I'm just thinning it out real quick. So it's a little bit thinner out. I like my shucks to be on the thinner side, not super bulky. All right. So on this one, just going to take it down a little ways. I'm at an awkward angle. Usually I would just pull that butt end so I don't have a little stub like that, but it's kind of hard to see it in the setup that I have right now. And I'll just cut it off at a little bit of an angle here, a little taper. All right. right where those butt ends were is where I'm going to put the one turn off. That's where I'm going to put the CDC, and I'm using small plumes. As you can see, they're not the biggest. You definitely don't need the biggest. I'm using 3 just to give it a little shape, and it's not wispy. You just want to pull everything up. First thing you want to do is even everything out. So try to even the tips as much as possible. And then I like to pull kind of from the middle. About a hook shank. Pull back, make sure you have enough behind the eye. You can see there I have about an eye length space, which is perfect. And I will just do a nice tapered cut here. You could actually do more flies out of the little piece with these smaller flies. And now I will work my way down, and I'm just going to do a little taper, just working my way down and back up, giving myself a little taper. And I'm using this brown olive dubbing, super fine, just need a little bit. Just put a pinch more on. All right. We'll start in the back. Leave a little space, work my way forward. Just kind of build up a taper there. Want to stand the wing up. I'll just do a whip finish. I'll do one more. Make sure it's nice and secure. Set the knot and cut off right there. Just peel back if there's anything. I'll use a little tweezer to get that little guy right there. But that is just a... See some guys on the end here. And obviously you can leave some of these fibers. It's not going to hurt anything, but just cleaning it up a little bit. Sorry, the base I'm using. There we go. This is just a nice little simple emerger. It's kind of like a comparadon style, using CDC, but super easy to tie. You can tie a bunch of them real quickly, and they work great for Batis, for bluing olives coming off. You could tie them really small, 22s, even 24s, and for in the fall and the early spring, when that's what the fish are keyed in on. But let's try to get that focused a little bit better. There we go. But that is a simple, this is going to really bother me. There we go. A simple bluing olive emerger. See you guys later.